I'm Deb Waterbury. I am the president of Love Everlasting Ministries. I was born in Nashville, Tennessee. I was raised there in a Christian home. We went to church every single Sunday morning. We went Sunday night. We never missed a Wednesday evening prayer service. I accepted Jesus as my Savior when I was 11, and it was absolutely genuine. I knew my Savior. I knew who Jesus was, and I knew that He had died for my sins. But as I got older, I was in a church that taught that I could lose my salvation anytime I sinned. So as I got older, I spent a lot of Sunday mornings at the altar repenting of sins that I'd committed the week before. I remember going to bed scared almost every single night that I might die before I woke up, before I could get to the altar on Sunday morning. So what this really did was create a person who became very adept at hiding and very adept at lying. I met my future husband, Jeff, when I was 16. He was 17. We went to high school together. But consequently, that meant we both ended up at the altar on Sunday mornings, repenting from all the sin we'd committed the week before. Jeff and I dated for 6 years, and then we got married. For me, what that did and what ended up happening was that the sinning continued, that constant compromise of what I thought was expected of me. And eventually what came was this need to hide, continually hide behind what I was doing. I just wanted so badly to be loved, and so badly to be loved for who I was, not who I was pretending to be, that I just kept trying to find ways to fill that hole, which again caused me to resent my husband because he couldn't fill that hole. He's a great Christian man, and it doesn't matter how hard he tried. He couldn't do it. I resented him. I resented the church. And I eventually resented anybody and anything that represented that area that seemed to just be what I couldn't be and want from me the things that I couldn't give. So sin seemed like the most natural alternative. That sin continued for a lot of years. But, then God did what God does when one of His children has been sinning for a long time. He exposes us and He brings us to our knees. And so what happened was, the very first time in my life, I couldn't hide. I was left exposed, and I was absolutely, utterly broken. I had nowhere to go except for to the feet of my Savior. But He was there, as He always is. He was smiling, and He was waiting for me. I had come to the very end of myself, which was, as far as I could see, the very bottom of everything. But you see, that's where God lifts us up, and that's where He lifted me up. It was gently and it was soft, and even though in the midst of all of those days I often felt utterly and completely alone, the beauty was that I wasn't alone. The truth is that my entire life had changed, and then in an instant God called me to His work. You see, I know what it is to be the one who's betraying, and I know what it is to be the one who's been betrayed. I know pain, I know heartache, and I know despair. But I also know the answer to all of those things, and my drive now is to tell as many women as I can. This has become my life's work, and now this has become Love Everlasting Ministries.